Welcome back to my shelter dog training series. My name's Alex and I am the owner and trainer at Liggett Dog Training, and today we are working with Bo. He is an 8-year-old hound mix, and today I'm just going to show you what we do with a dog who we don't use treats with, and one who's maybe just a little overly excited just about everything. We love that about dogs, but sometimes it can be a hindrance. So he's just kind of all over the place. He's over here, over there, and I'm just not taking it personally and kind of figuring out where he's at. I like the little shake that he does here in a second. That just tells me that his body's relaxing a little bit. At this point, I'm not really making any eye contact with him. I'm looking at him, but I'm not making eye contact, and just kind of feeling him out, seeing where he's at for the day. In a second here, I'm going to test what it's like to pet him, if that gets him overly excited, or if he can kind of accept the pet, but he just gets a little bit too silly. So I'm going to stand up and let him kind of regulate a little bit more. So I'm kind of learning that with him, I want to think like really like slow and heavy movements, but still confident. So I'm just kind of slowing myself down, slowing my body down. I'm testing to see if I can get him to go behind me. I'm going to test a pet again, see what he does. Now I'm giving really slow and like massage like pets. I'm not trying to rough him up or get him too excited. I think with dogs like these, especially like when you're looking for a dog, you see a dog like Bo and he's super cute, he's super affectionate, he's super lovable, but to me that just looks like he's a little overstimulated. Maybe he can't regulate as well, and so this is a dog who needs some help just kind of regulating that, so that he can be placed with a home where he's not going to pull his owner over or jump on kids and be completely like a bull in a china shop. So I'm not going to take it personally that he just pulled there. I'm just going to say, hey, remember me, I'm on the other end of the leash. And I just slowly backed up and brought him back behind me. I think I do the same thing again here, just slowly back up, bring him behind me. He's going to jump. I don't really take it personally. And then I'm going to ask for a sit. Now I don't tell him to sit because I'm helping him to just regulate. I'm just helping him to calm his body down. I don't want an obedient sit from him. I'm sure he has an obedient sit. I don't really care if he can do obedience. I just want to see, like, if I ask you to calm yourself down, will you? So I just lift up very gently. There's still kind of some slack in the leash. And then I'm just going to kind of hover over his butt because I think he'll sit on his own. And yes, okay, so he has this quirk. I've worked with him a couple times a long time ago, and he would just like flop over like this. I think it's a way for him to like, number one, get out of work, but also two, he loves belly rubs. So because we're training right now, I'm not going to let him quite get out of work, and I think I ask again here. So I lift straight up and I wait, I'll give it 5 to 10 seconds, and then I'll kind of move like I'm going to push his butt down, but he's such a sensitive guy that there we go. He just sat right back down. Sometimes with these sensitive dogs, you can just kind of hover your hand over their hip, and that will be enough to kind of push their butt down. There I gave him some love because he did it. He's super motivated by love, and again, we're not using any treats with him. Yeah, he has this quirk where he just decides to flop over. It is adorable, and I can't believe it didn't get him a home yet. But because we're training, I am just kind of encourage him to be a little bit more neutral and not try to get out of work. I'm trying another, what I call figure 8, where I ask the dog to get behind me, and he doesn't do that. So I ask for a sit. I think I did touch his butt that time, and he said, no, thank you. So I just hovered there. I barely even put my hand over him, and he said, oh, this thing, sure, sounds good. So I'm going to reward with some pets again. And then start to move them around. So a lot of people think of training and they just think of like sit, lay down, stay, come, and they don't realize that like training for this dog is just regulating their behavior and their emotions, so they're a little bit more neutral and much more calm. So I haven't given him any directions. I haven't given him any obedience, like heel, sit, stay, anything like that, down. It's just like, be with me and be happy to be with me. So I start to work him off my camera person. So we walk around, and she kind of gives him a little bit of, eye contact, or just kind of calls him. So he gets a little interested, and I'm just working on when he gets distracted by something else, and he remembers that I'm there, he can come back and I'm going to give him love, because again, we're not working with treats today. And my love and my affection is very, it's not helping him get overstimulated again. It's like slow, maybe it's quick for a second to catch his attention. So I think like right here, there's a little bit of quickness where I lean down to kind of reward him, but I also want him to just accept it. I don't want him to flop and give up and just go into like that automated response where he's like, oh, I give up and pet my belly. So we'll just pull back very gently, encourage him to come towards, moving slowly so that I'm not overly excited with him and getting his attention back up. And I'm just helping him find the I guess the left side of me is what I'm aiming for. And if he doesn't do that, I give one big pet. I don't know why I gave a pet there, but I did. Maybe just to help reward him a little bit. So then I just kind of start to see, okay, can I turn towards you? Would that be all right with you? He says it's mostly okay with me. So we're going to start maybe some more figure eights. So this is where the dog goes out in front of you. You let the dog make the decision to go out in front of you, and then you back up and bring them behind you. If your dog is on the left side, your top circle goes clockwise. Your bottom circle goes counterclockwise. So here I'm about to do a counterclockwise circle behind me. And then he comes back to my hip. So I let him get out in front of me and counterclockwise circle that way. Sorry, clockwise circle, then counterclockwise circle. This is the hardest lesson to teach, but once people get it, it really starts to click. But you're basically just turning the dog towards you when they get ahead of you and then bringing them back behind you. So we enter more of a pack mode than in his case, probably a chase mode or just hound mode where he wants to sniff and smell. I asked him to just come to the other side, lift straight up, and he sat really quickly that time. So I'm going to offer some love again. I'm going to come down to his level. This is much different than where we started. Just the emotional place he has gotten from point A to point B in the matter of, I guess, 7 minutes that we've been working with him is pretty impressive. Now, if he gets too silly, I'll stand up and we'll start to work again. And I'm kind of rocking him back and forth to help relax him. He went, that's a little bit much, so we're just going to go back to work more figure eights and kind of like dancing on the leash. I'm going to ask for the sit again, then I'm going to go down and reward with praise. I don't really care that he got up out of the sit as long as he stays calm. We're asking the dog in that calm, quiet sit to just regulate their bodies, regulate their emotions. So as long as he stays regulated, neutral, normal, I'm going to let him get up out of the sit. But if he jumps up and he's super excited, we're going to go back into that sit. Again, I'm not saying the word sit to him. I'm just lifting straight up. And it's not like I'm not trying to choke him out. It's just a little gentle, like supportive pressure straight up. If he doesn't go, I'll make a little sound. Sometimes that helps bring their nose up so their booty can go down. I'm going to switch hands, and I just kind of hovered my hand with him. That's all he needed. A lot of people go really quick to pushing their dog's hips down, and he just doesn't need that. He's like, okay, we're cool. So that was my session with Bo. I hope you guys liked it. Hope you guys learned something, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Thanks for watching.